Greene, first we want to welcome you to Southeast Kansas and the Coffeyville Independence area.
Thank you very, very much.
What about your future as an actor? You had a very successful series, Bonanza, and that is now not on the air as far as redone each year, but of course it's still being rerun in many areas of the country. What about your acting future?
Well, I'll tell you, I have had a number of careers in my life. I believe in changing careers, and I'm at the point now where I'm going to do a little acting. I have the two series that are being prepared for me, and I said, you know, I'll look at them, but I'm not promising I'm going to do them because I'm interested in this. This sort of blows my mind. This Plant Us 2 program. It deals with people and humanity, and that's my interest now. So if a really good part comes along, yes, I'll do it. I just a week and a half ago, I spent a week in Upper New York State and in Virginia, and the Kodak people are building a 300-seat theater on the mall where the Washington Memorial is for bicentennial year. And they asked if I would play George Washington. So I said, yes, I would. And I spent a delightful week playing George Washington. You see, which is a film they will be showing in that theater to all the tourists who come through Washington. So I can do those things, and I do other things as well. But I really don't want to tie myself down to a television series as such, because then I couldn't come here. And I enjoy this. I enjoy meeting with people like you and the other people here. People ask questions because that stirs the mind and stirs the imagination, and it creates energy and creates interplay of thought, and that to me is important. And this product to me is an important one because if it weren't, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You know.
What about your family as Ben Cartwright? Of course, Dan Blocker is gone, but the other two, are you still very close to them?
Yes, well, I don't see Purnell very much because he travels around quite a bit, but on Sundays, I told you, I was over at Mike Landon's house, and yesterday we had a meeting, Mike and I and our business manager, that lasted from 1 until 4:15 in the afternoon. So, yes, we see each other fairly frequently.
Do you feel you were stereotyped in that particular series?
I don't know what stereotype means.
Made you Ben Cartwright, and maybe, has it made it difficult for you to do other roles since then?
I don't know. What's the difference between Ben Cartwright and George Washington? I guess there's quite a bit of difference. I don't know. You mean they're both the fathers? No, I don't believe that at all. I played an earthquake. I've done a number of roles over the years. I've done many roles, you know. And I enjoy acting. I love acting. And for 36 years, I've been in the business, and I was a journalist. I was head of news for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation for 14 years. Not for 14 years, but I was in news in Canada for 14 years. I did your job, the kind of job that you're doing now, which you're doing well. And I've been on Broadway, I've been in motion pictures, I've been in television, and now I'm in Fertilizer. And I find each one of them just as exciting as the last one.
Well, I know you're busy, and I want to ask one more question. How do you stand on gun control? Do you feel that people should still contain or keep that Second Amendment to the Constitution, the right to keep and bear arms?
You're really a bad man, aren't you? You're going to put me right in the middle of a controversy. It's like religion, you know, gun control. You believe as I believe, or you're no good. You know, that's what it seems to be. I believe in freedom of religion. I believe in freedom of thought. I believe that there are a lot of people who have guns who should not have guns. Absolutely not. I believe that tests should be given. If you're going to get a license, if I want to go and drive a car, first time, and I don't have a license, I've got to go and have a test made. I've got to answer a whole lot of questions, so I know the rules and regulations. And then they take me out, by gosh, and they see what kind of driver I am. And if I'm not very good, they ain't going to give me a license, right? Well, why shouldn't they do that with guns? I know a lot of people who shoot people in their own family by mistake. 25,000 people are killed every year by accident because they don't know what to do with their guns. Most of the people that own guns, I'm not saying they're here, but I say that a tremendous percentage of people who own guns don't know what to do with them. They don't even know how to clean them. Imagine a man leaves a .22 rifle, fully loaded, in his home, and he's got a 9-year-old child there who's mentally deficient. And this kid goes and takes that rifle, finds it, takes the rifle, and goes out and shoots the neighbor's kid. Now that man, you don't leave a rifle loaded, number one, right? Now why shouldn't we have tests, written tests, and let's put a target up and let's see what kind of a shot you are. And if you're a lousy shot, you don't get your license. Practice until you come back next year, we'll give you the license. You know, too many people have been hurt that I know of. A friend of mine lives between Philadelphia and Allentown, got 75 acres, a beautiful house. And he went out to his mailbox. It was deer hunting season last year. And a bullet went right through his mailbox. And he looked up, and there was a man over there. You know, with a red jacket, and the hat, and the boots, and the whole thing. And he was hunting deer. And his property is posted. No deer hunting on this property. 75 acres, right? And he's shooting on his property. Not only that, but the bullet goes right through his mailbox, and he's standing within 8 inches of it. It scared the heck out of him. And he went over to that man, and he said, "Where did you learn to shoot?" He said, "What do you mean?" He said, you shot my mailbox. Does that look like a deer to you?" He said, "Well, I saw a movement." He said, "You saw a movement?" Well, this man used to be a fullback, and he's got a temper. So he hit that hunter. And when the hunter recovered, he had 18 stitches. And he sued my friend, and my friend had to pay for the 18 stitches. But by gosh, that hunter will never hunt on that land again. You know, he's not a hunter. He comes out 3 days a year, or takes a weekend with a bottle of booze with some of his friends and goes and has a good time and gets away from the family. Gets out in the open air. Doing good. Well, heck, go out in the open air, but know what you're doing. So would you say, I believe in gun control? Yes, I believe in gun control. I believe that people who don't know what to do with guns should be controlled.
I haven't seen you that angry since Hoss came home late.
No, I tell you, the subject really gets me annoyed because there are a lot of people who are going around this country saying the amendment said, the Constitution says I'm allowed to bear arms. By God, I'm going to bear arms. It says militia, too. Why don't they join the militia if they want to bear arms? You know, by all means, hunting, we need hunting. The original conservationists were the hunters, you know. They're great conservationists, good hunters. But I know a lot of people who go hunting, they don't know how to strip a deer. They don't know how to dress a deer. They don't even know how to kill them. And that's the kind of gun control that I'm looking at. Does that give you your answer?
I know you're behind schedule. It sure does, and I appreciate your comments very much.
Thank you.